What is the worst a man can do before you say you will leave? Like, how much can you take, really? I know you've mentioned, beating, domestic abuse, your life is on the line, cheating. Like,
Like when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's not like you're going to wait until someone like hits you to say, this is a red flag. It kind of there are things,
there are
there are
signs.
traits that you can look up to. You
Mm.
know, unfortunately, I know that there are some people that are very good at hiding themselves. So it's not one size fits all. It's not
Yeah,
in every abuse situation that you can say that,
facts.
there were signs and everything. In a Christian perspective, right? You're supposed to be in a relationship with someone that is like-minded, someone that respects and reveres Christ and is submitted to Christ. My problem with that story with the woman, the whole 9 months thing, like, who is this man? Like, in the story, he's just kind of like this, almost like
Oh
non-living
my
thing
god.
that is kind of like just
Like,
like
who is this
moving,
man?
moving left and right. Because like
It didn't sound like
in
the man
any
was
of
a
this,
Christian. Was he going to church for those
exactly.
9 months? Where is the Christian community?
Who are you?
Who are
Like,
you? Did she report him to his
does
pastor?
it? That's assuming that he has, like, I guess, someone in authority that he
Yeah,
listens
one
to
thing
or something.
I always say, if your
Yeah.
partner, you don't have anybody to report him to, that is not his parents or his friends. That should be somebody like a mentor. If he doesn't have anybody you can call and say, oh, sir, ma, this is what your boy has done. I'm sorry. That guy is not under control. Hello, world. It's me, Abraham Sharon. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. I have with me today here,
Hi.
Sibid Ikoh.
Yes,
She
you're
said
right.
she said when you say her name, say it's the excitement.
Yeah, it really adds, to the name. Yeah, that's me.
Moving on. So thank you guys for being here again. This is the third episode of the YouTube era, and I would, like I always say, go back and watch the last one. This is like season one. The first episode gives you context, next episode gives you more context, and today, as you can see, I'm wearing my class of 2024 graduation hoodie because your boy has done it. Last episode was, what was that? It was the day of the graduation. This is 2 days after
After,
graduation, and this is Sibid. You will see Sibid came to celebrate with me and my family.
of course.
I put some pictures up. If you're on my Instagram, if you follow me, you would have seen some of this, but I will post some of them here, like with this video. So thank you to everybody who has been part of my journey here in the city since I came here. I'm still living here though. Sorry to my parents, I'm not moving back home because why? But yeah, so I'm still here. I'm still living with my friends or living in the same city with my people. And God bless all of you. Thank you very much. This is the second time Sibid has been on the podcast. The last time you were here, what's the topic?
Christians and
It
compassion.
was Christianity and compassion. She still missed it. I told her this
What?
less than
That's
an hour
that's
ago.
that's literally the same thing.
Is it? Is it though?
Chris, Christian, whatever. Close enough.
Okay. So anyway, today we're talking about Christ. I'm going to do another Christianity and something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we ended up on Christianity and infidelity or marriage problems.
You know what? I actually don't remember now what we said.
Yeah, because we went through so many options.
I think it's
I like marriage problems for some
yeah.
reason.
Let's do that. Marriage problems.
Christianity
Yeah,
and marriage
because
problems, really.
infidelity is going oof. Okay, but yeah,
Infidelity is fine. I don't know why you're afraid of the word.
no.
Like when I said, I said marriage and divorce, and she
It's
ran
just
away.
it's very strong. Like, it's a very strong like topic when you put it like that. But when you say a marriage problem, it's kind of like, okay, you know.
Semantics, bro. Anyway, so this whole topic started because I saw a video on TikTok of a woman. I will post a snippet of it, maybe like 30 seconds, so you guys can know who she is. You can go back and watch it. She had like a part one to part four, talking about how God restored her marriage, amazing things. I always end up saying quite a pretty one because I don't understand how you will find a good thing. Like the Bible will say, "In many man finds a wife, find it a good thing." Your good thing is very fine, and you still went to another woman. I'm actually very interested in seeing the other woman too. Not that even if she's final, that is a reason to go and do whatever, right?
So 2018, when my husband and I first separated, once we got back together, I ended up getting pregnant. Honestly, it wasn't really the best time because we were trying to work on our marriage, rekindle our intimacy, and now we have to also worry about having another baby. So we tried to make it work and just focus on ourselves. But honestly, me being pregnant and my husband was trying to work through things and his own feelings. And he kind of got to a place where he was like, look, it's too little too late. And he let me know, like, look, I just can't do this anymore. First sonogram that I got, I sent it to my husband and he didn't even respond. Like, that's how clocked out he was of our relationship. And it wasn't until I want to say like a month or two, maybe 3 months later, that I found out that he was talking to someone at his job and they were in a relationship. For the whole duration of my pregnancy, he is with that woman and we have not communicated at all. No calls, no texts. He doesn't know anything about the baby. I don't know what's going on outside of like when I have conversations with his mom. The third day comes and I'm eating my bowl of cereal at night like I normally did. It was like 11 o'clock and I'm getting ready to get into bed and I lift my leg up to get into the bed and I felt like this sharp pain, like, you know, in my abdomen area. I get up and I walk to the bathroom. I go sit down and a gush of water comes out. My water breaks. So I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm calling out to my mom. She comes running out. Her first thing is, well, I'm going to go tell Donnie. And in my mind, I'm like, do not call this man. We have not talked in all the time that I've been pregnant. He's probably not going to show up. He wants nothing to do with us. She decides to go ahead and call my husband anyway. So now I'm on the toilet trying to figure out how I'm going to get up and, you know, get downstairs. I'm leaking everywhere. I'm worried about what is my husband going to think. I don't want him to think that I'm pressuring him to be there. And my mom is real adamant and I'm nervous because my first son was an emergency C-section, so I've never had to push a baby out. There was a lot going on in my mind. My mom wakes my dad up to let him know that I'm in labor right now, and she grabs my hospital bag up. We walk outside to go put the stuff in the car, and I look out into the street and I see my husband's car is parked.
But anyway, this woman has started a whole thing on TikTok with people talking about, wow, because marriage is, Christian, the way Christians view marriage, women take whatever. Let me give you a quick rundown of what happened. This woman's husband cheated on her for 9 months, and 9 months because she was pregnant with their child. So for 9 months, he was not living at home. Was he living at home?
Nope.
He was not living at home. He was with another woman for 9 months. But on the day she was supposed to give birth to the baby, or she went into labor, she didn't call him. Oh.
Yeah,
Her mom called
called
him,
him. Yeah.
and then he came back. Didn't hold her hand during the pregnancy. Not many men can handle it, maybe, but he didn't like show that compassion. It's your wife who you left for almost a year though, but it's still your wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he told her he wanted his family back, but still went back to the woman of 9 months for whatever nonsense reason. Because for me, it's a nonsense reason. The woman did make sure we knew that he didn't hold the baby. He didn't show any fatherly
Sign that was
things.
coming. Yeah.
But at the end of everything, the man left like 3 times, but God restored them, and which is where the crux of the matter is really.
Yeah.
So basically, let's just start. Give me your general overview, your opinions on the matter.
Okay, so I saw that video. He sent it to me,
Yes, I did.
but I'd already seen some start of it
Yeah.
before, and I can't lie. That whole entire thing, when I watched it, when I saw it, the first thing, if I'm being completely honest, it was just God forbid. That I rejected God forbid, absolutely not. But I guess human beings are all different, and what we want is different, and I'm not about to rubbish her,
She's a
experience.
finished woman.
I beg that kind of finished is not it's not what we're talking about, Or maybe, to a good person, it would not be such a bad thing that she's a finished woman, but this guy was just not it because yeah, so that whole story, I have my opinions that we're going to get into, I guess. Yeah,
Let me
but
let me throw it a wrench in this whole thing.
okay.
Have you ever been in love like that where you're so finished that you think that, well, this person, I can't take anything from you, really, really?
Not yet.
Oh, you want to get there?
I feel like I will get there soon. But no, I'm not. I haven't I guess been or yeah, I haven't been in love in that sense that I'm like, yeah, I would take
No.
nonsense.
Yeah, really.
I don't think anyone goes into it really thinking I can take whatever rubbish this person gives me. But I guess at the back of your mind you can kind of know that oh,
You
I
really
really
like
like
this
this person,
person.
or
Like you don't
there are
think
lengths that I would,
you
and
don't
there are
think you can
things.
do better than the person.
That's another thing, when
Yeah,
people think that
they
they are
can't do
willing
better.
to, take on manner of, yeah, I haven't, no, I haven't been in that, place, but I can see myself being, which is why I hardly get involved with people, to be fair, because I'm honest with myself, So God forbid I get to the wrong person, it's over for me, because I am the kind of person, like I will pour into you, like, just,
Yeah.
yeah. And if I do that for the wrong person, that will be the end of me, But yes, we're not there yet,
We're not
so
there yet. All right,
not there
cool.
yet.
So I'd like to start with let's talk about the church's place in this whole thing.
Okay.
Is there anything? Oh, sorry. Okay, let's like what is our rule when it comes to like not okay? Let's say divorce. And is there any legal way, church-wise, to leave a marriage?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay. So the general rule of thumb, like from the Bible, is, you know, anyone that divorces his wife without, except, due to infidelity, commits adultery against um her. So where it is a sin is where, you know, okay, where it is, permissible to, like, divorce is when somebody has committed adultery, like where someone has been involved in infidelity. Yeah, that's all. That's
Okay.
what I was going to say. Yes. So if there's infidelity involved, yeah,
Yeah.
you can, skedaddle. You can. I don't
You
know
can
why I said. I
skedaddle.
don't know why I said that. It's not in my vocabulary at all.
This is the
But
problem with Nigerians staying in their abroad.
I
Start to say
don't
things
use
like
that word.
skedaddle.
I don't use that word. But yeah, you can basically live it like it's permitted.
Yeah.
And um yes, so that's one. But there's another one that I say as well.
Yeah.
Abuse. It's not directly written in there, but we're all children of God, and it is not the will of God for any of His children to die in the hands of their spouse. If someone is being abusive towards you, anyone's, behavior is detrimental to your life,
Man or
get up,
woman. Man or
man or woman.
woman. Yeah.
You're
Very
very right.
important.
Get out. Just don't stay there, please.
Yeah.
Please don't. Yes. And yeah, I guess, to be fair, for churches, the truth of the matter is different churches have different doctrines. So some of them, even that's infidelity, say it's not enough reason for them.
For people to leave.
You will stay there. Yeah, So I can't really speak for, like, what the churches, but I can talk about the Bible, that part. Yeah, you can, for cases like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
I just remember that woman who died. What's her name? She was a singer. Is it Osinachi or something?
Yeah.
Is her name Osinachi or
Yeah,
that's
it's
just the name of a
Osinachi.
song she sang?
No, no, no. Her name is
Her
Osinachi.
name is Osinachi,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, there was a
yeah.
whole thing around her. I think it was her husband that beat her or something,
Gosh, the
right?
name is so sad.
It was so sad, yeah.
Yeah.
Which now really brings into question how the Christian community treats people who leave marriages. Because I'm assuming that, I have no factual information, but I assume she was scared of leaving, maybe for the kids. There's always the
There are
kids
so many different
factor,
factors.
but
Yeah,
also because of how, she was a staple in the industry or in the
exactly. How you will
community.
be
How you be
perceived.
perceived by the community of Christians. And I think that's something
Yes.
we need to deal with because you don't hear people just say, oh, she left because he cheated. Even on that cheating matter, people don't generally even,
They don't see it
they
as
don't
a
see it as a reason to
good
leave.
reason. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
like it's not really enough and all of that stuff. But yeah, that story was very, very sad. But I know one of the big things that really goes into play for stuff like that is, what will people say?
what will people?
What will people
I hate saying
say?
that thing.
Is such a heavy factor in a lot of things that people do. And unfortunately, the church is very judgmental in cases like
We
that.
have to admit.
Yeah, it is true. So people are scared to leave because, they'll say, this one, come run away from my husband's house, or this one, this.
Maybe it's the African church. Let's
It's so bad, so
yeah,
they just feel like, I don't want to be an example, my marriage must work,
yeah. There's that
even though the
idea.
marriage is completely done, there's still that my marriage must work, so I will stay there even if it's like,
Life or
you
death.
know
Yeah,
yeah. And it's sad.
it's
It
very very
breeds,
sad.
it's a breeding ground for a lot of, dangerous situations when you have that do or die, like, this thing, I cannot leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So for you, what is there any reason how like if it was you now and that was your scenario? Okay, this 9 months living is wild to me. My girlfriend has a rule. You do not speak to me for 6 hours. What are you doing? No, I'm no. Let's be frank. In a relationship, now
Mm-hmm.
this one we're not even like living in the same place, right?
Yeah.
6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say start from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You woke up, you went to work or whatever. You did not say hi.
Yeah.
I'm doing XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
12 till 6, you finish work. You finish work between 12 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, you do not say hi. I'm going home. How was your day?
Mm-hmm.
The other 6 to 12, you came home.
And
You went
then
to bed. You
yeah.
did not say hi. I'm sorry. It's you. One girl on TikTok said, "If you don't talk to me for 2 days, we've broken up. I don't
No,
care what you were
you know what?
doing."
I get that sentiment. I actually do, because like we are supposed to be like, it's me and you, right? Like,
It's
don't
me
you?
and
I
against
could
the
have,
world, bro.
something could have happened to me in that
Yeah,
long period. Like, it should be like in communication. I get that, but that 9 months was, whew, it's just so crazy. I'm so sorry. And
9 months is a long time.
and I think one thing I actually want to touch on is the fact that we should actually want better for ourselves,
Mm.
because none of this would have happened in the sense that if this woman said, I don't want this anymore, but she actually still wanted this
Finished
relationship.
woman. What did I
She
say?
actually still, yeah, unfortunately finished for like the wrong person.
Finished for like the wrong person. Yeah.
She still wanted this relationship. Hence why this whole talk of him like coming back, coming back, coming back. For someone to come back is that there's something that they're coming back to, right? So
So
you are
yeah,
still there, and the whole thing just made me sad. 9 months when she was
pregnant.
pregnant.
It's one of the hardest times to
With
be.
it's not like she's carrying your child as well. Like, and you were just with another woman, right?
Yeah.
What was the question you just asked me? Are you saying if that was me
Like,
or
what is the worst a man can do before you say you will leave? Like, how much can you take, really? I know you've mentioned, beating, domestic abuse, your life is on the line, cheating. But like, so are you saying that once he, I mean, I feel like it should even be with people who are prone to violence
exactly? Yeah,
on one
like I'm
hand.
hoping like it never even.
Hitting you
These are things that you
should not
see.
be an option.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, it's like when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's not like you're going to wait until someone like hits you to say, this is a red flag. It kind of, there are things,
There are
there are
signs.
traits that you can look up to. you
Mm.
know Unfortunately, I know that there are some people that are very good at hiding themselves, so it's not one size fits all. It's not
Yeah.
in every abuse situation that you can say that,
Facts, facts.
there were signs and everything, but like there are things that you can look out for and stuff like that. So yeah, that one is definitely not. I just, in a relationship as Christians, let's come back like to the,
Bring it home.
yeah, to the Christian perspective, right? You're supposed to be in a relationship with someone that is like-minded, someone that respects and reveres Christ and is submitted to Christ. My problem with that story with the woman, the whole 9 months thing, like, who is this man? Like, in the story, he's just kind of like this, almost like
Oh
non-living
my
thing
god. Sorry.
that is kind of like just
Like,
like
who is this
moving,
man?
moving left and right. Because like, where is your, you know, because we're assuming she's speaking of it like as a Christian home, right? Like,
Yeah.
where is your Christianity, or where is your like child of God aspects?
Community.
Who are
Who
you?
are
Like,
you? Did she report him to his pastor?
does it? That's assuming that he has, like, I guess, someone in authority that he
Yeah.
listens to
One thing
or something.
I always say, if your
Yeah,
partner, you don't have anybody to report him to. That is not his parents or his friends. It has to be somebody like a mentor. If he doesn't have anybody you can call and say, "Oh, sir, ma, this is what your boy has done. I'm sorry. That guy is not under control."
me, I wouldn't even. I mean, that is a good one, but
It's
me,
a
yeah,
good way. You guys need
I'm
to have a system.
yeah, I'm very big on, you need to be a correctable person. You can't be somebody that nobody can talk to you. If you are, and I think it helps to actually examine yourself as well, because this is
Yeah.
like both like guys and girls. Examine yourself. Like, you need to be correctable. Like, someone, if you're the kind of person that nobody can tell you that you are wrong, there is a big problem. There is a very big problem. So I wouldn't want to be like in a relationship, or get married to somebody that is not submitted to God. I need you to be the kind of person that God will convict, and you will repent immediately.
Right.
I cannot be here pining after somebody that doesn't even live or listen to Christ, live like Christ or listen to Christ.
Mm.
It's like, where is this? Where is the foundation of this relationship? Like,
Yeah.
like I said, who are you? Like, what's this about?
Yeah.
So the guy in that situation was just like, he's going, literally living,
Yeah.
basically married to another person at that point.
Almost like it was expected that men cheat or something. This is a thing that men just do because it sounded so normal. Okay, maybe the woman has dealt with the trauma before she came to do the video.
Maybe,
But
I don't
I
know.
would like to, before we even talk about the fact that some people expect that men just cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about how everything is content nowadays? Do you know, even if it takes, you have to point a gun to my head for me to say that on camera and post it.
Who? You know what? I'm so glad that you mentioned this. You People, we go through different things like in life,
Yeah.
even as Christians and everything. and God, like deals with us like
Separately.
differently. Like we are all like very unique human beings. Now my question is it everything that God has dealt with you that you should go and say out? I genuinely want, that's something that I've always just thought about. Like, because I hear somebody will say something and it sounds so outrageous. And me, I hear it and I'm like, you know what? I do believe that it's possible that God may have, led you to do this like this. But the truth of the matter is, God most likely did not tell you to come and broadcast it to the world.
Yes. Actually, I believe
You
that.
know, and that's the problem. People just want, quick, let's.
Maybe she's making money from TikTok or something. Because I see no reason why you would. Because now the backlash, and the thing is, one thing we all need to agree is that we all represent communities. If she's a
Mhm,
black woman in the church
mhm.
who has come out to say XYZ, and the crazy part, I didn't even see her video first. I saw other people reacting to her video, and that's how I
Yeah.
tracked it back to her.
Mhm,
What the things they said about, like, why would you even take this, you're
mhm.
putting yourself my mom would say you're putting yourself in other people's mouths.
Yeah.
You understand? There was no reason to bring it out to the internet. So I feel
It,
like,
it's
yeah,
just too much.
not just as Christians, as people,
Yeah.
we need to go back to your diaries, write them down, go for therapy.
Thank you.
The
Yeah.
internet is not the place to deal with such matters. But that's on one side. So the woman sounded like her husband cheating was just something that happened and it was something that he could come back from. It sounded like it was simple as, oh, he doesn't wash plates, he doesn't take care. She
Yeah.
sounded so chill about the whole
It's
matter. And
literally
ma'am,
adultery.
your husband lived for
9 months.
9 months
Oh my God.
not in your house
While you were pregnant.
while you were, there is no reason why he wouldn't go back to that, even if he comes back today. Now, again, God might have restored it. We don't have all this information about this whole thing.
Mhm.
But slippery slope, this is not even a slippery slope. It's not even a habit. This is, I don't say this is who he is. That's just too far. Oh my God. But 9 months is a long time. And okay, you want to say something?
No, I just want to ask, like, because restoration is a very big word,
Right.
and that's what she used to describe what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
But what signifies the restoration in that instance? Is it the fact that the man just came back? Where is the, I guess, repentance? Where is the change? How different is this man from then and now? Like
Mm-hmm.
what was restored? Just the
Particularly.
name, that, or the, just like, oh, in paper, yeah, we are married again, he's back. Like, what is this? What in this story that has been shared is the glory of God? Because you said restoration, so there is something that we should see there. That's why I said, when I first saw it, was like it was giving God forbid, because I don't understand what you know the happy ending was supposed to be like. What
Yeah.
was the good thing, like, in this story?
It
Because
just seemed like he was
even
accepting a bad man back.
exactly, because even when the man came back, he went again,
Yeah, he
because
went
he
again back like
felt
three
bad
times. Yeah.
that the way he left the woman, were together for,
9
and
months.
everything.
Dude, you're married. He doesn't even respect the sanctity of a marriage.
No, it's too much. That story. That's why I said that restoration is a very strong word. And again, I'm not one to, you know, um, say like don't go back or whatever,
To your
because
husband, yeah.
yeah, because it's it's different for everybody and whatnot. She has decided that she still wants this, right? And you know, I don't know, man. It's so triggering for no reason. Like,
Yeah. I asked you before, if
mm,
the man does come back, like,
yeah,
oh, and you said we should use hypotheticals, not you,
yeah, because
because
it's just very hard
it's very hard to,
to
yeah.
yeah.
So if he comes back, goes to his pastor, which she did not mention, which is very odd for me.
Hmm.
Throughout the entire story, she didn't once mention her church. What was going on? Did she have a support system?
Well, to be fair, not everybody has that community,
Mm,
which again is a slippery slope. Yeah, not
yeah.
everyone has that community, and even if they do, it's very hard to have like a person or people that you actually talk to about your marriage,
She talked to
because
us, the internet.
valid point. Valid point.
If
So
she should have somebody,
Yeah,
because she was able to
okay.
bring it to the internet.
Yeah, I see
There's
that.
so many things that are waving. The red flags are
Yeah,
waving hard.
yeah,
But
no,
anyway, let's say the man comes back,
mhm.
or your husband. let's use Vex.
Okay.
He comes back to you and it's like, let's work on this thing, and he involves the church, and he has cheated. Maybe not in 9 months because that one is kind of like cut
God
off,
forbid.
but he has cheated,
Mm-hmm.
right? Can you accept a cheating man back?
I wouldn't want to. Father Lord in heaven.
Let's pray.
Father Lord in heaven, I
Mm,
beg you in the name
mm,
of Jesus. No, if I'm being so honest, I wouldn't want to, because cheating is it's a very big thing for me in my head, because people try to just make it seem like, oh, I made a mistake, like,
yeah.
like maybe you're walking and you stepped on someone's leg, you did, like, they make it seem like it's just this small thing that just like happened.
Oh my
And
god.
I just can't see it like that, because cheating is number 10, right? And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Mm.
before it gets to the 10 where you like have sexual relations with another woman, you know, that's not your wife. And it's like, how did you get to number 10? You
Yes.
know?
It's such a deliberate thing that you have to do to actually cheat
Exactly.
with
First of
someone.
all, for me personally, I would like to be with somebody that has a close relationship with God. I'm talking, you speak to God, you do the will of God, you get corrections, like you allow yourself to be convicted by the Holy Spirit and all of that stuff. Like, you really are submitted to God, right? So first of all, for that kind of person, I'm already expecting that at number 1, your discernment is already telling you that this person, no go area, get out in the name of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
But like, you skipped that, right? Even at 5, you're not, nothing is clicking. At 10, I just feel like there's a long way
To
to
get there.
the actual act.
Office wife. This thing started from office wife. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm diluting the conversation. I'm so sorry. But he
Mm.
said the woman was from his job or something, right?
Oh,
So it's with that deliberateness. The thing is,
where is your
where are
boundary?
your boundaries? We know. See, we all know the people that this person. I can't spend time with you, or else it will become something else. Especially when you don't spend time with people that are also Christians and not of God. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't, or you don't get to pick and choose who you get to interact with in public,
Yeah,
right? So it did not really seem like this was a Christian man hanging out with Christian people.
exactly. So that's now another thing, because clearly he was not convicted at all. How are you, as a child of God, a
Mm.
Christian? Not only are you committing adultery, you're not being convicted about it. You don't feel bad about
You had
it.
the
You
audacity
left your child, and okay, well, your born child and your wife alone by themselves. You're not
for
taking
nine
care of
months.
them for 9 months. You are living with another woman. There is absolutely nothing that screams God in that, right? And I may be biased, I
Okay.
may be biased, but like, I think why there was even room for what this woman is calling restoration is because she still wanted this. I do not think that God will force his child to remain
In
in a
such a
situation like
marriage.
that. From the depths of my heart, I do not believe that, right? But if as a child, I have
Mm.
chosen that I want to remain there, God, you will bring this man back or I'm dying. Like, you bring this man back, or like, that's the end of my life. Like, I
Mhm.
want this to work. Then I don't know, to each their own,
To
but
each their
it's
own.
it's 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 wild.
Yeah, I was just thinking back now. Has there been any in my life? I mean, I grew up in the church. I don't think I've ever heard of a relationship, a time when a woman left her marriage because, or a man left his marriage because the wife cheated, and he just kept on going to church, and it was fine. Like, I
Mm,
don't think that ever happened. The Christian community doesn't accept such, where you just say, "Oh, he cheated," or let's say he even cheated, he left for 9 months, and I'm not doing
mm,
again. He's alive, he's fine, but I don't just don't want.
yeah,
And then we get married to another person.
yeah.
I don't think they
Even
will even accept you.
Yeah, even though it's permitted, a lot of people, like the church, still doesn't see it as a good enough
Hmm.
reason.
So that
Like,
work on
make
it.
it work. Oh, and this whole mentality of, especially like with the women, like, it's really like
Hmm.
diluted, is really expected. First of all, I'm very against that. We're all children of God. The standards that we're held to, like, as Christians, was not, oh, for men you can misbehave, but for women, you know deal with it, that kind of stuff. It's never like that. God did not.
Men, you cannot. I don't. Okay. I don't sound like a pick me man. I don't even know what a pick me is.
I know what people
Because
consider pick me.
yeah,
Yeah.
because when you say something now that is anti patriarchy, they'll be like, oh, you're trying to be different or
Or
something.
they won't let you they won't
What?
let you. Oh no, there's this thing
They won't
about
let
like
you hit.
yeah for the guy they won't let you hit. Or then the girl like oh they
First
won't
of
pick
all,
you. It's
I'm a
just it's
virgin. I don't care. I don't care. It's
Mhm.
true. It's not something we want to hide.
No, yeah, you
At the
know
end of
what?
the day, fair, I
First.
don't know why we hide it. It's a cool thing that we have self control.
Mhm.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
I'm not trying to hit nothing. No, I see. Again, we have to talk about the things that we find sensitive in our
yeah,
in
I
Christendom.
guess.
It's something we should be shouting to the rooftops that we're not like you're not like us.
Mm,
Do you know that? Do you know that reference from Kendrick Lamar's song?
I don't listen to
Bro,
Kendrick
you need to
Lamar.
be more of a culture.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
We'll talk about that later. Point is, men, we are not prone to cheating. You are weak if you just jump from woman to woman.
Yes.
I see that thing, especially I've been becoming like part of TikTok lives and all of those things. You
Mhm.
just see a random girl sexually, she's not like, obviously doing any sexually explicit thing, but it's
Mhm.
suggestive.
Mhm.
And I know the men in the comments, oh, you're so pretty, you're so this, and they'll be sending her gifts. Why? Why? We are better than that. We are also trophies to be attained. I always say, you are better than that.
Mhm.
You are a trophy to be attained. The woman too she has to arrange well, she has to be a good woman, she has to be able to, do the things, or I don't know, just be more well put together so that she can attain someone like you. Think of
Mhm.
it like that. Because men, they always say once you love a girl, you put your life together, you put your money right, you put your things
Mm.
right. Women too should put their whole things right, just so they can be the kind of woman for you. We are better than that. That whole rhetoric of men, they cheat, this is what they do. I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's
You
very
know,
bad. I
I'm done now.
genuinely know quite a lot of people who believe that men are just hardwired. Christians, so no, because now it's one thing if you're talking about like the worldview, but you as a child of God, you genuinely believe that you are prone to just committing adultery and just like being everywhere. That's and men are just like that. I don't see anywhere that it
That
was.
that pause.
No, I know because
You're like
I don't understand. I don't see anywhere where it is written, you know, that this is
facts,
what happened or what. We
facts.
cannot be excusing lack of self control.
Such a lack of self control.
We cannot be excusing that. So yes, so in the church, unfortunately as well, they expect that the women stay, fight for your marriage, fight for it. Why am I fighting for something that I did not end?
Ah,
Like you messed up, you broke the vows, you broke
that's so
the
sad.
marriage, and then I now have to be fighting for you. You are not even what one will call
What
worthy,
to be fought
right?
for?
So
Yeah.
why am I doing all of this gymnastics for you that couldn't even respect our union? You get so it's a bias, it stems from all different things, even cultural, differences where women are just expected to just accept it, but it is not God's will.
Yeah.
God is not, you know, let my sons misbehave and my daughters remain chaste. Like it's not like that at all.
Yeah,
It's not like that.
it really
Please.
isn't. It really isn't. So I think that it is what's being said that as men we should recognize that we have some form of we are set apart from the problems. Every time people talk about most of these problems, they always come at from the women's side of things. Women are meant to be the ones to wait and walk through it, like we said before.
Mm-hmm.
And men are prone to cheating. These things are not against us. It's almost like they're giving excuses for our own bad behavior.
Yeah.
We need to hold ourselves to a higher standard, which is why that whole bear versus man thing that was going on the internet. Why will they not choose the bear when you all just do whatever you want? Most of us do whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say this thing: I will never fight it. They say all men are cheaters. Yes, all men are cheaters. Yes, I'm part of them too. If we don't do better, if all of us don't actively do better, it's true.
I think if I can just interject here, I think the problem is the although like it's not a lie, majority like that. This one, ask anybody, polls whatever. The majority of
Yeah.
men do have bad behavior like that because of lack of accountability and shame over the years, because they're not shamed for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff is expected of them. But a woman, on the other hand, because how many stories do you know of, women cheating in a marriage, and it's like something, I saw one time on the internet a long
Where
time
what
ago,
happened?
where a woman was talking about how, again, God restored their marriage after she
She
cheated. Oh, you could see the difference. There was no, the way that people like, "Oh, we thank God for your this." They were like, how can a man remain
remain in the
in a,
marriage.
so all of a sudden they now saw how crazy it is for somebody to, you know, cheat, right? Because it was the woman, and everybody, there was no one person that I remember that time in the comments or anywhere that was saying, that was like in support of. Everybody was like,
the man should get out from there.
absolutely not, like, get out of that marriage. Like, how can you be with a woman that, and it's like, how are we so, like, how can we understand it perfectly in this scenario, but when it's, the women that are on the other end of the stick, everybody wants them to remain. So
Yeah.
yeah, my own thing is now, the people that are living
Mm.
to godly standards, like how we are supposed to be in Christ. I need everybody to start becoming loud, start talking, like, we need to know that you are out there, like, people are out there, that
Yeah.
don't believe, because the people that think, oh, as a man, you cannot be with one woman, you cannot, they are very loud. You will believe them that all of them are like that. But I promise you, I have seen a lot of good, respectful young men, in society, Christians, I'm talking about Christians, by the way, that's, actually let themselves to be held to godly standards. They are
Yeah.
there. They're just not vocal or loud, in the sense we
Yeah.
don't know them because
Because
they
there's
are
no
kept to
drama.
themselves. There's no
Because
drama,
there's no
yeah.
drama. That's the truth.
So
Yeah. It's when, somebody cheats on somebody that we hear on the internet, but we don't celebrate good things. Let's not even cap
yeah,
as a society. We don't
we
celebrate,
don't,
oh,
yeah.
this guy has been faithful to this babe for 10 years. That's great. Let's
Mm,
talk to them. He's the one that they've cheated on her, and she'll come and say, men are horrible, men are this. And again, many men are horrible. I've heard legit horror stories. There are also horror stories on the side of women,
yeah, yeah,
because women are diabolical to when they want to be. So it's
yeah. Human beings can be very
yeah,
interesting, yeah. So
exactly.
it's there,
Yeah,
but we need to start hearing the
good
good stuff. We need to
stories.
start leaning to the good side.
That's
And
true.
don't conclude, don't, please, if you're a young man out there and you're around fellow young men, Christians, or that identify as Christians, and they tell you that thing of how, men are, more prone to cheating, or that's how men are wired. As a child of God, please, I beg you, don't listen to them. That's not what that's not how Christ described you. That's not how you were made. You are not prone to cheat because you're a man. You're not prone
Hmm.
to commit adultery or whatever because you are a man. No, you're a child of God. You have the fruit of the spirit, which is self-control. And of course, you love your wife. So yes, please remain on the good side. God
There is
bless you.
nothing better than the love of a great woman. I didn't say good. I said great. There is safety in that love, and now people need to understand. The streets are. We always say the streets. Crazy enough, we say the streets are dangerous, but you all are lying down on the floor there. Get up,
Dwelling inside, building
dwelling.
tents, like really,
Get
like I
up
remain
from the
inside
street.
vibe.
It's
Nay.
warm inside. There's food
Yeah.
in your house. Anyway, and I also think last thing, as men, we need to call out other men, not just in Christian spaces, everywhere where you see definite misogynistic behavior. Like when I tell people that, okay, for a minute, me and my girlfriend were long distance. People, the other people that'll be like,
Oh
guy,
yeah,
wait,
it's not possible.
yeah,
Somebody must be.
yeah,
Oh,
how you they
I
hold
hate the
body, da da da.
foul languages, but yeah, I can't even use some of the languages that is used. They
People
literally think it's impossible.
people tend to project their own lack of control on other people. They expect other people
Yes,
to behave like them.
it's
It's not
not
true.
possible.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying it's easy to be better, but fight to be better. It's an ideal that is to be fought for.
exactly.
That's why, when I mentioned the thing before about virginity and everything, you were like,
Yeah, because it's
it's
not
not
really
really
something
thing.
that one
People never
says.
believe me when I say it. It's
Mm-hmm.
true. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know what to tell you people, but it's true. I'm fine and everything is good.
And they're like, nah, yeah, you're lying, and this is.
I'm
I
not.
literally have people that I even know, even Christians and everything, and they still don't believe that, like, people can actually maybe like wait to a marriage, or people are willing to just keep, even if you're not waiting, or like, I guess you're not like a virgin, but you now, came to the knowledge of, yeah, who you
Mm-hmm.
are, and you decided to abstain, just like how, Christ, expects us to be, right? There are people that don't believe. I'm talking about Christians as well. I
Yeah.
don't believe it's possible that you should, like, one can wait to marry the person because I'm a man. No, I wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm just so tired because,
It's not-
again, I only come from the point,
yeah, yeah,
the Christian point of view, where it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
how can you take that as your identity, and also, like, literally God has never described you like that, so why do you want to? It's like they don't want to accept that that's not who they are, because they low key
Mm-mm-mm.
want to be like that, because they enjoy, their, what is it? It's not even freedom that you call it.
Promiscuity. They
Yes,
just they like the
yes,
fact
they
that they're
love
not held
it, so
accountable
they
for it.
don't want to do it. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's not how it should be, guys.
yeah.
It's not how it should be.
Anyway,
And are we rounding off?
yeah,
Because,
shouldn't we? Oh, go,
yeah,
go,
no,
go.
no, because I wanted to, no, I wanted to bring this back to that, the story that brought this whole talk,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with the woman. Again, I think people need to be, one, careful about the things that they share, on the internet. They
Very
need to
apt,
be
very
they need
apt.
to be very, very careful about things they share on the internet, especially the kind of example that they are setting. Because I know why this gets a lot, that got a lot of outrage, rightfully so, is because it kind of paints a picture like how, you know, some women will expect that, hey, if I'm with a man that misbehaves like this, breaks our vows, cheats, whatever, I should almost like want to wait for him to like come back,
Come
like
back to
restore.
his
Like it
senses.
it paints like a false picture, right? And it's not everything. If I have desired that I want that marriage back, even though the man have scattered and pieces, like, and pieces the whole
That's
thing,
not the grave of the marriage.
yeah, even, and I still decide I want it.
Yeah.
It's my choice. Like, I feel, and that is fine. Like, I will not fault you for that. Do what you want, but
Mm.
don't come and place it as though that is what is expected.
Of yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Like, no, that we're not doing that. And also, please be with people that are actually submitted to God, because a child of God, I'm not saying that people that are submitted to God, that they have been, like, you cannot be submitted to God and
Mm.
unfortunately fall short. You
Yeah.
can, but with most of the examples that are giving, these people are doing these things, like, these are habitual acts, right? This is not
Yeah.
somebody that cheated one and done an actual proper repentance, like, none of that stuff. This is how they are, right? And that is not how God has called us to be. That is not the standard. That's not how
Yeah.
it should be. Let no one deceive you. That's not how it should be. And and because of stories like this, it makes marriage look so undesirable, for especially
Yeah.
for young Christians. Actually, it looks
See,
so
that is
undesirable
a
because,
conversation we might have later, Loki.
yeah, yeah,
Loki.
because who wants that? Who wants that? And you see here, you are spending time fasting and praying for somebody that doesn't even listen to God. Because if you listen to God, you would have heard, like, first of all, you're already supposed to know that this is nonsense.
See,
You know,
bro, the guy went to go and dwell
he
in the front. He
lived,
he
there, like,
dwelled and marinated in another woman's house for 9 months. See, every time I go back to this story, it starts staying away for 9 months. You don't love your wife.
yeah,
I'm
there's
sorry, you don't
nothing
love your
there.
wife.
And I would not, why, and I think even part of the lesson is you should want better for yourself as well. That
As a
man,
woman,
yeah, that man does not want you want better for yourself. You are not at risk. Some a friend of mine told me this story about this woman that her husband left, and, like, he's gone, like, he has left and gone to be with another woman.
yeah,
But because she, and even in her church, they don't believe in divorce,
yeah,
this man is living with another woman, has had children with that woman. He has basically started his own family, but she's still there waiting for her husband to come back because she cannot divorce him. Meanwhile, you are free, under
marriage is not a prison.
Jesus
It
Christ.
really
Like,
isn't. It doesn't
it's not.
have to be.
See, you people, if I have, see, when, maybe another time when I need to explain, because if you have come under the love of God, the love of Christ, right? And you see how is described that, oh, man, love your wife just as Christ loved the church. If you know how Christ used to love, eh? half of the relationships that people are in, they will end it immediately because they know that is not God's will for them.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Because they love that we try to, perpetuate out there. Like, we're deceiving ourselves. So it's not supposed to be. There is trials, there's trouble, but it's not that kind of this
Yeah.
thing. It's you guys against the world, not you
Exactly.
will fighting
You should
yourself.
work hard for your relationship, but your relationship should not be hard work. It should not be something when you're going home, you're like, oh my god. Nah.
Yes.
Marriage, I want to might talk about the ideal way marriage should be, especially connected to how Christ treats the church. That's going to be a great conversation.
Because the way God is with us,
It's not like that,
and
man.
the love, and when you have that reverence and everything, for God, and you respect him and everything, and then you're with a partner that's like that, like, literally, what's left? That's why I said in that story that man, they need to define who that man is, because
Yeah.
that idea they are trying to say that, oh, this godly marriage, i'm not
I think
i'm
I'll
not
find out if there's
seeing
an
it.
update on that. I'll check for you. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
All right. So thank you
yeah.
guys for listening. We have to recommend a good song for the people.
Yes,
Yes, I'm letting CB choose today's song. It's a good one
yes.
though. Trust
It's called
trust that.
Love Has a Name by KJ Scriven. That's spelled KJ and Scriven. It's a beautiful song.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
So thank you very much for being here. It's been quite a day.
it has.
Been doing this.
It has
It
actually.
has been quite a day. All right, thank you guys for listening. It's Hello World. It's me, Sharon Abraham, and
Sibid Ikoh.
you should say her name with excitement.
Of course.
All right, I'll see you guys in the very next one. Bye.